Let's have a look at the field for the second race, the Class 2 contest. And, well, King Shield at the top of the weights here was a winner 2 starts ago, was back on the turf last time out. That wasn't there for his liking last start. Willpower stepping up to the 1650 metres. California Deep Shot hasn't been running bad. Telecom Fighters, Silver Express with the Rock, who's come up the early favourite, and Red Desert certainly probably looking for more of a race over 1200 metres rather than a race over the 1650 metres. Time to look at the speed map for this second race coming up, the Photon Handicap. And the pace here, Paul, Nick, predicted to be good with the King Shield, no doubt trying to roll along in front.
Yeah, he certainly will be, won't he? He loves to go and lead, and that's where he's been running his best races. So he'll certainly put himself bang there on the pace. Obviously, Telecom Fighters, another one there who led last time, and weakened behind Farfar. But both of those will certainly want to go forward. Yeah,
they do. Well, I think Silver Express coming to the service for the first time will take us. The question mark a little bit, I suppose, is the Rock, because he's got blinkers on for the first time. I just wonder how much that's going to fire him up.
So pace predicted to be good for the second race, the Class 2 over the 1650 metres. King Shield was a winner on the surface and over course and distance 2 runs ago, got to the front and dominated. Let's hear from his trainer, Frankie Law.
Frankie, King Shield will line up on Wednesday night, very much an all-weather specialist. I imagine you're looking forward to getting him back on the dirt.
Yeah, usually the top rating horses, not much over the track race for him, so lead to really carefully to race in this race. You got a good draw this time. Inside have 1 or 2 horses maybe a little faster than him. If he can lead by himself, it will be much better.
And just obviously on that fact, he is a horse that does like to go forward, and he clearly shows all his best form from the front on the all-weather.
Yes. If he can lead in front, should be better. But sometimes it depends by the race. Maybe some horse will try to lead.
And just out of his last run, Frankie, obviously that was on the turf. He was obviously well beat, but under a surface that we know that he doesn't go as well on. How has he been since then? You've been happy with his track work and so on?
Yeah, I think everyone knows that on the turf he's a different horse. So, but you know sometimes you need to raise him or trial him. I race once and trial once and just keep his form. So happy with the form, yes.
And just on the back of Monday afternoon, you took the last with all beauty, so it certainly keeps the ball rolling for you. Nice to get another winner.
Yes, I think everyone knows my boss are quite strong. He always chasing me, so I need to try hard.
Frankie Law, his team are going exceptionally well at the moment. He has King Shield engaged here, guys. Look, is his Class 1 record a concern? He's never been able to win in Class 1 before, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit, isn't he? He sort of went off the boil. He looked like he was going to go right. Well, he was sort of one of our best all-weather horses. He really went off the boil last season, but he did come back and beat the Rock last time. It was a nice win, I thought, from him. It's just whether he can go on with it now.
Absolutely. I mean, his record obviously speaks for itself. He's won half his starts over the course and distance as well. He likes to lead, and he's looked ultra dominant, hasn't he, on the surface? So good to see him back on it, but the class record is a concern.
Yeah, and there's a few strong challenges in the race as well. Small but select field going around into this particular race. A few of the rivals, California Deep Shot here with Red Desert and Willpower. And Nick, I guess with Willpower, up and trip certainly is interesting here because we've seen him to best effect over the 1200 metres.
Yeah, and you know, when looking at the race, Tom, I thought he was definitely an interesting runner, clearly, because he obviously loves this surface, doesn't he? He's won 6 times on the all-weather, but yeah, the trip was the slight concern. Good run here from California Deep Shot, I thought was good there, picking off lengths late, but yeah, Willpower's interesting up over more ground.
We continue previewing the Class 1 over 1650 metres, and we look at the last start winner, and that is the Silver Express, who was too good for them, Paul, in the Chevalier Cup. He was able to get up really handy and to perform exceptionally well here, but it might have been a different sort of finish at the end if Excellent Proposal had got out.
Yeah, he didn't get out, did he? But look, the horse did everything right. He got into the right position. He went away. He won really nicely. Look, he's coming to the different surface now. He used to do things wrong in his early start of his career, but he's matured a little bit, this horse. From barrier 3, he's trialled well on the surface. I think he's going to be tough to beat.
He certainly does look like he comes into the race with strong form, doesn't he? And yeah, you can't help but like him, really. He's obviously got a nice upward trajectory to his profile, and I think he's got some more to give still.
Yeah, and he's always been a horse that seems to have performed well in the mornings on the trials with his all-weather runs, and we can see one of them here now with him on the outside of Majestic Star here, who goes around later on in the program, as too does Transcendent. This would look a pretty good trial, Nick.
It certainly was, Tom. Yeah, I mean, I think he's improved with all of his all-weather trials. And what I like about this one is that they've had a really good hit out the front too. They've pulled a little way clear of the third, and Wagner Borges obviously knows him very well. And I think, look, if any man can switch them from turf to all-weather, it's John Size.
Yeah, look, he's only had the 7 starts in Hong Kong, so he's a lightly raced 5-year-old as well. He's quite progressive, I thought, still. So there's still upside with him for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So a number of informed horses in the race, and there's a couple in it that probably are going to find the 1650 a little unsuitable. Yep. Which way did you go, Paul?
Yeah, I went for Silver Express. I just think this horse is, as I said, he's quite progressive. I think he can go ahead and win this race. I like his trials in the service. King Shield, look, you look at his class record, it's 7 zip. But he did win off an extended rating band, off a rating of 100, so he can do it. There's no worries with him. The Rock, he's got this blinkers on for the first time, so that will sharpen him up, and he did run nicely last start. And Red Desert, look, again, 1650 might be a little question mark, but he has run third off it before at a lot higher rating as well. So 5, 1, 6 and 7 for me.
Yeah, I've gone with King Shield here in this Class 1. I know his record in the grade is not overly flash, but I think he's good enough to win it back on the all-weather, and I think he's been well prepared. Silver Express goes into second. I think he's very promising indeed going forward still, and gives him options if he can run as well on this surface. The Rock goes in. His runs over the course and distance have been very good without winning, and California Deep Shot makes it in for me as well. 1, 5, 6 and 3.
Yeah, I think Silver Express will be tough to beat over the trip of 1,650 metres, but certainly a watch on the Rock. Course and distance for the Rock, 2 starts for 2 placings.